Good morning, Charlotte. Thank you very much for the invitation. Yes, indeed, we have decided to announce the doubling of our margin improvement compared to what we announced 2 years ago at the beginning of our strategic plan, Advance. We are extremely confident because we have already delivered in 2 years almost, the ambition of the full 4-year plan. So with the very strong performance, both in terms of efficiencies, but also in terms of value creation, pricing, we are extremely confident to double this margin improvement objective.
François, can I ask you about your outlook for 24? Because we heard some cautious notes from some of your competitors talking about, of course, uncertainty from a geopolitical and micro point of view. So can I just get your view on what do you foresee coming for this year?
The strength of Air Liquide is its ability to be resilient in any type of economic environment and also to grow. And I think in 2023, that's what we have demonstrated. Looking forward, clearly, it's very difficult to predict the macroeconomics. We supply manufacturing industries all over the world, in more than 70 countries, in multiple sectors. And when we look at what we can do next year or this year in 2024, clearly we see that the strength of the model is going to help us go through this time. And we see clearly probably the first half of the year being a little bit slower and some pickup in the second part of the year. We do expect Americas probably to lead the way, but also the semiconductor industry, which is one of the key markets of Air Liquide, picking up as we go, helping the growth in North America, but also in Asia. Europe is going to be probably resilient for us, as we have seen this year. So all in all, for the industrial markets, we see a reasonable perspective for this year. And again, thanks to our business model, long-term contracts, and also value creation. But don't forget also that we have 15% of our activity, which is toward the healthcare and the home care. And this is a growing market based on the needs of the population and aging population in every country.
You just mentioned here briefly the different regions. Can I ask you specifically about China? I know you've seen a little bit of resilience there, particularly in Q4. So do you see this resilience continue again in 24?
Absolutely. And we have enjoyed single high-digit growth in China for 2023, and we do expect the same trend to continue in 2024. It's maybe counterintuitive when we look at what others have announced and what we read in the press. However, I do believe this is due to probably 3 key points for Air Liquide. The first one is the quality of our customer in large industry, meaning large chemical, petrochemical, steel companies, but also in electronics and industrial merchant. So the quality of the portfolio of our customer, that's first. The second one is the fact that we have a mix of activities in China. We, of course, due to the nature of our business, produce locally for Chinese company in operation in China. And this is true with a mix of, again, heavy industry, but also what we call the electronics, which is basically the semiconductor industry, which is growing very strongly in China, but also, the industrial merchant, all the network of the smaller manufacturing companies. And the third point is clearly our strategy and the growth capability that we see in China, and the resilience of our model is due to our industrial merchant strategy, where we have been focusing on key industrial basins and making acquisition to increase the density of our business and gain market share. So with all those elements, we are quite confident about the future prospect for China.